Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power is banned in several prisons. Wardens claim it's too dangerous, that it teaches inmates how to manipulate and control others. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The book doesn't teach you anything new. It just reveals what powerful people have been doing for centuries. What your boss does, what politicians do, what that friend who always gets their way does. The question isn't whether these games are being played. They are. The question is, do you want to keep being a pawn or learn the rules? Greene spent years studying history's most powerful figures: kings, generals, con artists, seducers. He found patterns. Strategies that worked in ancient Rome still work in modern boardrooms. One law stands above the rest. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Silence is power. The more you talk, the more common you appear. The less you say, the more profound and mysterious you seem. Think about it. When someone rambles, explaining themselves, justifying their decisions, what do you think? Weakness, insecurity, desperation. But when someone speaks only when necessary, with precision and weight, you lean in, you listen, you assume they know something you don't. Louis XIV understood this perfectly. He'd sit in meetings, silent, while advisors argued for hours. Then he'd say one sentence. That sentence became law, not because it was brilliant, because he made you wait for it. Talleyrand, Napoleon's diplomat, said, "Speech was given to man to disguise his thoughts." The powerful don't reveal their cards. They let others talk, expose themselves, give away information. Then they strike. The paradox is, we live in a world obsessed with authenticity and oversharing. Everyone broadcasts their thoughts, their feelings, their breakfast. Social media rewards constant output. But power still follows the old rules. The CEO who tweets constantly loses mystique. The leader who explains every decision loses authority. Silence creates space for others to project strength onto you. So why don't we just shut up? Why do we compulsively explain, justify, fill every silence with noise? Because we're terrified of being misunderstood. We think if we just explain ourselves better, people will finally get it. They'll see we're right. They'll approve of us. But the opposite happens. The more you explain, the more you reveal your insecurities. The more you justify, the weaker your position seems. Think about the last argument you had. You laid out your case perfectly, logical, detailed, airtight, and the other person didn't care, or twisted your words, or used your honesty against you. That's because you played by the wrong rules. You thought truth and reason mattered, but in power dynamics, perception matters more than reality. Here's the trap. Good people think these laws are evil, that using them makes you a sociopath, so they refuse to learn them, and they get eaten alive by people who have no such hesitation. Greene isn't teaching you to be cruel. He's teaching you to see the game that's already being played, so you can defend yourself, so you can stop being naive. First, practice strategic silence. Next time you're in a meeting or conversation, resist the urge to fill every pause. Let others talk. Let them reveal their agendas, their fears, their strategies. People are uncomfortable with silence. They'll fill it with information you can use. They'll make assumptions about what your silence means. Often, those assumptions work in your favor. When you do speak, make it count. One sharp observation beats 10 rambling points. Cut your words in half, then cut them again. Precision is power. Second, stop over-explaining yourself. When someone questions your decision, you don't owe them a dissertation. "I've made my choice" is a complete sentence. When you justify endlessly, you signal that your position is weak, that you need their approval. Powerful people don't ask permission, they inform. This doesn't mean being rude, it means being secure. Confident people don't need to convince you they're confident. Their certainty speaks for itself. Third, learn to recognize when these laws are being used on you. When your boss stays vague about expectations, they're keeping you uncertain and dependent. When someone asks endless questions but reveals nothing, they're gathering intelligence. Don't resent it, respect it. Then decide, will you play the game or keep pretending it doesn't exist? Greene's laws aren't moral guidelines, they're observations about how power actually works. You can use them ethically to protect yourself, to lead better, to stop being manipulated. Machiavelli wrote The Prince 500 years ago, and people still call him evil, but he was just describing reality. Rulers who followed moral ideals got overthrown. Rulers who understood power survived. Greene is doing the same thing. He's holding up a mirror to human nature, and most people don't like what they see. But the laws don't care if you believe in them. They work anyway, on you, right now. You can close your eyes and pretend the game isn't happening, or you can learn the rules and decide how you want to play. The choice has always been yours. You just didn't realize it was a choice. Subscribe to Mind Doodle. We're not here to tell you comfortable lies. We're here to show you how the world actually works.